This is Seth David from the world-famous Nerd Enterprises Incorporated, bringing to you another special screencast. This time we're talking about diversification is the key to success. Education is power. Make an impact by learning more. Call me right now at 866-945-8070 for information about private education. We record the live session with you so you can review it as often as you like afterwards. When I worked as a stockbroker, this is one of the first things we learned. Diversification is the key to success. The idea was that if you have your money invested in a lot of different places, you have a better chance that something's going to take off and make you money. So that even if you lost money most of the time that one thing took off, it would more than make up for the losses. That's the idea, is you diversify. You spread yourself out without spreading yourself too thin. But you get yourself invested in a range of things. Let's put it that way. And what I want to talk about here is how that applies when it comes to your career and developing yourself as a professional. You want to broaden your range of skills as much as you can. Now, we're moving in. I'd argue that we're already well into a new world, the business of the new world, the firm of the here and now, which is a cloud-based accounting or bookkeeping practice where everything we're doing, everything we're running is happening in the cloud. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean it's magically happening in the sky. It means it's happening on someone else's server somewhere such that you're able to access it from anywhere, as opposed to keeping your data and your applications on your own computer locally, which means you can only access it when you're there in front of your computer or by setting up what has evolved into sort of clunky remote access options, things like log me in or go to my PC, where still only one person can really remotely access the stuff at any one time. We've gone well past that stuff. And that's the world we live in, and that's where the firm of the here and now comes into play, and that's where the business of the new world has to be concerned with living and functioning. So what does that mean for us? What does that have to do with diversification? Well, there's lots of apps we're going to need to learn. Specialization in one industry or a set of industries, no more than maybe 3, 5 if you've got lots of experience and you've already mastered 3 really well, then perhaps you can take on a couple of more. But specialization is going to be that much more important than it ever was in the past. In the past, I was the one who went out there and actually said, why do you need to specialize? Why limit yourself? Now I'm saying you have to specialize because there's a lot of applications to learn. And among those applications, we have what I'll call different genres of applications. We have accounting apps, we have to-do lists, we have project management applications, we have CRMs, it goes on and on in terms of the different categories of apps that we'll need to learn to make these businesses work and to make the businesses of our clients work, which means very simply that we have a lot to learn and we have to specialize in a few industries and learn the apps that we'll need to learn to service those industries. And then there are going to be the apps that we're going to use regardless of industry, such as things like Bill.com to simplify the accounts payable and accounts receivable process, and so on and so forth. That's what the Sleater Conference is. That's what SleaterCon, as we're now calling it, is all about. And if you go to SleaterCon.com, and forgive me while I dismiss my notifications here, that's what SleaterCon is all about. It's about diversifying. It's about learning a range of applications, especially when we get into the accounting applications, right? So SleaterCon is the only conference that deals in multiple accounting applications. At SleaterCon, you can learn about QuickBooks, you can learn about Sage, you can learn about Xero, you can learn about Zoho Books, you can learn about lots of different accounting applications. And then, of course, you have also the widest range of other applications that will serve those other areas, those other critical areas that your businesses need, the different e-commerce solutions, the different CRMs, as I mentioned. SleaterCon is your answer. SleaterCon is the place to go so that you can be diversified with respect to your skill set so that you can be in the best possible position to service your clients. Use the promo code NERD60 to get, I'm assuming it's $60 off on your registration at SleaterCon. It's not too late. Register right now. I will be speaking exactly to this very point because my whole session is called Choose Your Weapons, and it's about looking at about 8 different applications that we're going to go through to see what criteria you're going to use to determine which solutions are best for your business. So I'll see you in Vegas, and remember that in this case, what happens in Vegas should never stay in Vegas. I'll see you all there.